Hold on to your hats, folks, because big news just dropped in the world of SSI. Starting November 2024, the maximum monthly payment is jumping to $1,415. It's a hefty increase, and for many, it's a reason to breathe easier. But remember, this increase doesn't solve everything. It's a step in the right direction, but there's more to do. SSI isn't about living high on the hog, it's about affording the bare minimum. We're talking about putting food on the table, keeping a roof overhead, and maybe, just maybe, affording a much-needed medication. It's about basic human dignity, not designer handbags and fancy vacations. Now, it's important not to confuse SSI with its close cousin, Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI. Both programs provide assistance to those who can't work, but here's the key difference. SSDI is like an insurance policy you pay into through your paycheck, like a responsible adult. SSI, on the other hand, comes from general tax revenues. It's there to help those who haven't been able to work enough to qualify for SSDI. This jump to $1,415 might seem like a lot, and in some ways, it is. It's a whopping 50% higher than the maximum SSI payment back in the dark ages of 2023. But hold your horses before you start planning that shopping spree. Remember that pesky little thing called inflation? Yeah, that's the party pooper here. The cost of everything has been skyrocketing faster than a SpaceX rocket. While wages have been playing catch-up at a snail's pace, SSI recipients have been hit particularly hard. Imagine trying to buy groceries when the price of milk has doubled, and your monthly check has barely budged. Not exactly a recipe for financial stability, is it? Section 4, $1,415, a ceiling, not a guarantee. Now let's be crystal clear about this $1,415. That's the maximum amount a single person can receive each month. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. The actual amount someone gets depends on a few factors like whether they're married, where they live, and if they have any other income. For example, let's say you're an SSI recipient who also receives a small pension, or maybe you've got a part-time job. Kudos to you. In that case, your SSI payment will be reduced. The idea is to ensure that the program benefits those with the most significant needs. Makes sense, right? Section 5. The unseen costs of survival housing, healthcare, and hunger. Even with this increase, many SSI recipients are still struggling to keep their heads above water. Remember those sky-high living costs we talked about earlier? Well, they haven't magically disappeared. In fact, for many folks on SSI, they pose a constant and often insurmountable challenge. Housing is a major pain point. Finding affordable and accessible housing is tough enough as it is, but for someone on a fixed income, it can feel downright impossible. And then there's healthcare. Let's be real, healthcare in this country is expensive. Chronic conditions and disabilities often require ongoing care and medication, which can quickly drain a limited budget. And let's not forget about the basic necessity of food. Food insecurity is a stark reality for many SSI recipients, forcing them to make impossible choices between buying groceries or paying for other essentials. The urgent need for SSI reform. Is this payment increase enough? It depends. For some, it provides relief. For others, it's a drop in the bucket. We need lasting reforms, not band-aids. Pause 2S. Chapter 7. The History of SSI Payments. To understand where we are today, it's essential to look back at where it all began. The Supplemental Security Income Program was established in 1972 to assist elderly, blind, and disabled individuals with little to no income. Over the years, SSI has undergone changes, but its core mission remains the same. Pause 1S. In its early years, SSI payments were modest but critical. As the cost of living rose, adjustments to payments were needed. However, these adjustments haven't always kept pace with inflation. Pause 1S. Despite challenges, SSI remains a lifeline for millions. Understanding this history is crucial for future reforms. Pause 2S. Chapter 8. The Impact of SSI on Families. For millions of families, SSI is more than just a financial lifeline. It's a source of hope and stability. Imagine a single mother struggling to provide for her child with a disability, or an elderly couple facing mounting medical bills. SSI can be the difference between despair and survival. The funds help cover essential expenses such as rent, utilities, and groceries, allowing recipients to maintain a basic standard of living. Beyond financial support, SSI provides a sense of security and peace of mind, knowing that there is a safety net in place. The impact of SSI extends beyond the individual recipients. It alleviates pressure on family members and caregivers, who often bear the emotional and financial burden of supporting their loved ones. By providing this crucial support, SSI helps families stay together and thrive, fostering stronger, more resilient communities. Pause 2S. Chapter 9. Future projections for SSI. As we look ahead, the future of SSI is at a critical juncture. With ongoing discussions about reform and modernization, positive change is on the horizon. Experts predict that with the right adjustments, SSI can become more responsive to future needs. Imagine a system that keeps up with inflation and addresses rising costs. A reformed SSI could provide more comprehensive support and financial stability. Technological advancements could streamline the application process. Increased public awareness can drive necessary policy changes. The future of SSI holds promise, requiring collective effort to realize its potential. Together, we can build a more inclusive and supportive system. Chapter 10. Personal stories of SSI recipients. Behind every SSI payment, there is a story. Meet Maria, a single mother who relies on SSI to care for her disabled son. Then there's John, a Vietnam War veteran who uses his SSI to afford his medication. And Sarah, an elderly woman who struggled with rising living costs until SSI provided a lifeline. These stories remind us that SSI is about real people, facing real challenges. These are the stories of SSI recipients, and they deserve to be heard. Welcome to Chapter 11, How to Apply for SSI. Applying for Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, can seem daunting, but we're here to guide you. First, gather essential documents like your Social Security card, birth certificate, and bank statements. Visit the Social Security Administration's website or your local SSA office to start your application. Provide detailed information about your income, living arrangements, and medical condition if applicable. The online application is user-friendly and provides prompts to help you. After submitting, you might need to attend an interview or provide more documentation. The review process can take months, so be patient and check your mail for updates. If approved, you'll receive a notification detailing your monthly payment and first deposit. Remember, you can always reach out to the SSA for assistance or clarification. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide simplifies your SSI application journey. Welcome to Chapter 12, The Future of Social Security. Pause 2S. Social Security faces challenges and opportunities. Pause 1S. An aging population increases demand for benefits. Pause 1S. Technology and healthcare advancements may extend working years. Pause 1S. Policymakers seek sustainable solutions for future generations. Pause 1S. Thank you for joining us. Stay hopeful, stay informed, and stay engaged. Pause 2S.